The room was just starting to be filled with sunlight. Oleg woke a pleasant aroma of welded natural coffee. This Svetlana, as usual, was the first to get out of bed to have time to put herself in order, prepare breakfast and appear in all its glory in front of her man. The guys lived in a rented apartment. In search of work. They moved to the city from the village a month ago. The young dreamed of equipping their life here and a year later to play a wedding. Oleg was more sociable and not so picky. He quickly got a job as the head of the economic unit in a music school. But to find a job Svetlana was much more difficult. In recent years, institutes have released a huge number of lawyers like her as she freely. The girl took a list of vacancies every morning and honestly sent to enterprises. But almost everywhere she was politely refused, motivating the decision of the lack of work with Svetlana. But on this day everything went in a completely different scenario. Oleg finished the fried scrambled eggs and hurriedly began to gather. Sveta, have you squeezed my shirt? Where is she? I can be late. Yes now, the house of dishes and bring it to you. The guys have not yet been married, but Svetlana was already in full swing, alone coped with all the home trouble. Only sometimes Oleg could afford to bring garbage to a container site on the way to work. So this time Oleg went to work with a garbage bag in his hands to get rid of him on the way to the stop. I have a feeling that today I should be lucky and I will definitely arrange. Smiling Oleg said the girl. Yeah, try, and then you will sit on my neck, Oleg said displeasedly. Sveta was just taken aback by these words. Oleg no longer looked in her eyes a real man, a defender of his family. At this moment, a signal from a passing car came. The car stopped, and the woman unknown to Svetlana began to wave the hand of her companion. That's great. This is our accountant. Sveta, hold a package where you know the garbage container, and Olga will take me. Oleg left Svetlana with garbage in his hands and left for a cherry foreign car. How did the light want to throw this garbage after the driving car? Nothing. Today I will get to work. And I myself will rent my own housing. Now he will learn to cook food, and wash shirts. Sveta went to garbage containers, but she could not get rid of the bag quickly. At this moment, the communal car deftly raised containers and devastated them one after another. Svetlana for the first time nearby saw how modern technology works. In the village of where she was native of such cars, there were no such cars. The tanks were cleaned, but the car did not leave. A pleasant young man came out of the cab and headed for the girl. Let me help you. Sveta did not have time to come to his senses as a package and a list of vacancies were in the hands of a guy, and then in a garbage container. What did you do? On this piece of paper were the issued lawyer vacancies. Where can I go now? Svetlana said bewilderedly. Oh, runs to the Catcher and the Beast. We just need a new lawyer to work. 2 months later. My mother retires. I think during this time she will have time to prepare you. The guys met and exchanged phones, but Sveta got a job much earlier. 2 hours after the incident. She was called out of the law office in which she left a resume. But 2 months later an event occurred, which is much more important than the usual employment. Sveta and Andrei, the same driver, became husband and wife. And Oleg still takes out a bag of garbage from his rented apartment in the morning.